So, hi. Today we are going to be very specific in terms of picking and identifying an industry which has been under a lot of discussions and attentions of late, and that's healthcare industry. And we are going to deep dive and delve most of the career disruptions, especially considering the AI disruptions which are emerging in this industry, and what are the calibrations and reconfigurations which any aspiring professional who's a part of this industry is supposed to kind of inject. And let's quickly get into and dive into this. So as we go ahead on this, I think a quick reality check is that these are the quick dimensions which are really important for us to take a note of. All right, and so right from if you see, especially the AI and your healthcare career, I think AI has already seeped in, and most of the hospitals in terms of the way it has already started disrupting, right? So we will see on what kind of calibration, understanding, learning, reskilling, upskilling, which is required to your it. So that's one. The LinkedIn's so this is a part of your profile branding. We'll again see interview mastery 100%. I think now there are real questions which are being asked during any interview that you are going to appear, and these needs to be very structured. We'll look at workplace communication, especially from a perspective of hospital industry 100%. And once we do have an understanding of all these cores of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, what are the kind of 30-day action plans which we are going to have to where we are going to focus upon, and that's what we are going to look at. Now, if you see, there are thousands of healthcare graduates who are being entering into this industry every year, right? Just because of the kind of traction which this industry has of late, and especially after COVID, it has picked up. So, in terms of the way you are going to position yourself has gained a lot of attention, right? So, how your profile branding in terms of your healthcare CV, how that's going to be presented, how you're going to pick up a few questions, prepare yourself, and tell me about yourself, or why nursing, and of course the online presence, right? In terms of are you there on LinkedIn? If at all, yes, how and to what extent, and of course to top it all, the kind of disruption which we have seen in terms of AI. What are the kind of reskilling or upskilling which are needed? Now, if you see on my left hand side, and the way I'm sitting, what you guys see is most of what the healthcare professionals are being exposed to are these, right? The clinical procedures and the lab work, passing exams, scoring, completing internship, memorizing medical terminologies, and waiting for college to place. Now what is important is, and for what you need to be paying a lot of attention is that how you are refining your workplace communication, what kind of professional branding you are building, what kind of interview preparedness are you exposing yourself, what kind of adaptability are you gearing up to, and the kind of proactiveness which is being needed and desired to your end, right? So if you see, now let's move step by step in each of the dimensions you just saw, right? Now, if you see as AI, which is the new kid on the block, which is the artificial intelligence. Now, if you see the scope and the areas and the functions, believe you me, almost every function of a hospital has already been disrupted. Right now, if you see diagnostic AI tools already being implemented, smart monitoring systems are being used, robotic pharmacy dispensers are already being employed at places. Then we have is AI scribing, which are actually saving a lot of time of professionals, especially the nurses, on documentation. The AI drug interactive checkers already there, which are helping smart scheduling and so what kind of tools which are going to be presented, and how those are going to be. And when it comes to AI, I think the larger game, how it is going to span is the tools. Then comes to ChatGPT for, let's say, drafting or patient communication, right? Or any particular skill which is going to be required during the entire process of healthcare. And all in all, you will be needing to gradually make AI as your best tool, and learn to ensure that you are adapting, you are infusing, and you are using AI and the different tools in each of the areas and the scope of works where you are actually going to and plan to contribute. So it's not that it is going to replace nurses, or it is going to replace pharmacists, or it is going to replace paramedics. What is important is we need to prepare ourselves so that we can make ourselves understand how we are going to collaborate, how we are going to learn and use AI in the kind of contribution which we are going to contribute. So that's what is going to be a determining factor for us, right? Now, that's one. So now let's move to the second one. And this is a part of a professional branding. So I think we need to understand this, that when we are presenting our information, let's say in our resume, now we need to know how we are presenting. It's not just a A4 sheet where we are just placing the names and the contact details and blah, blah, blah. We need to be taking all precautions in terms of the sequence, the chronology, the depth, the clarity, and the uniqueness of the information which we are presenting in this 1 page or 2 page, which we are calling as a resume. Right, which is going to include your professional summary, your clinical skills section, your internship, clinical rotation, your education, your certifications and courses, and of course the professional strength. So all these are going to have their own contribution. And trust me, if I give you some statistic, 87% of hospital recruiters, they are now actually checking your profile branding, right? How you're present on a LinkedIn. What are you doing? What kind of contribution? What kind of posting? What kind of sharing? What kind of comments? All these are a part of your professional branding, right? And again, professional branding, and I say all these, right? From your photo, the way it has been presented, your headline, a section, clinical experiences, entries, your skills and endorsements, and the way you are connecting strategically. All these are going to be important from a standpoint of LinkedIn. Then comes another very crucial, and that's how you're preparing yourself for your interviews. And when I say interviews, what is important is how well have you prepared yourself to respond to every interview question. See, if you observe, there is a pattern, right? Pattern in terms of the kind of questions which are the most probable questions which are going to be asked and which are going to come. Right? Now, knowingly, we need to prepare ourselves the way we are going to respond. So there are a few examples which I've added, and you can see they are very commoners, right? In terms of why did you choose nursing or pharmacy or this field? Tell me about a difficult situation you handle where you're going to create a situation. And again, there are frameworks on this. Why should we hire you over other candidates? I mean, you need to have a very pragmatic, compact, precise response ready so that the interviewer absolutely resonates with your ideations and your thoughts in terms of what you're trying to say, right? Now, other than the dimensions you spoke about, this is one dimension which is actually going to be a determining factor, because this is something, once you are a part of ecosystem, let's say a healthcare hospital, you are joined on a Medanta or a Max or an Apollo or a Fortis, this becomes the determining factor then in terms of the way you're going to grow in that ecosystem, right? There are 3 larger types of communications. You have a patient communication, you have a senior team communication, which is part of your workplace communication, and then you have a workplace professional presence, right? Now, all these 3, right, I have broken it down in terms of the way, and you can look at into a more microscopic understanding of what I'm trying to hint. But these are the larger paradigms in which we can break our when we are saying workplace communication, right? So patient communication, you need to look at how you're going to craft or curate your communication around these. What kind of preparedness, what kind of learning that you need to draw in to prepare yourself. Second, of course, the senior and team communication, and then comes the workplace professional presence, and becomes a very determining factor, right? Now, since we have all these in place, now what I would like you to insist, all right, and coax is have a very clear plan in place for you, right? Number one is, and when I say clear plan, it's not that today you are watching this video and from Monday the game is over and you are again back to the same huddle in which you are. Right? What is important is that you prepare a roadmap and commit yourself to that roadmap with a degree of accountability and self-reflection and measuring yourself by by values or by parameters, right? Now, if you decide that these are the ways in which you can do that, okay, you can, of course, in the first week, you can build a foundation, the kind of action items I insist. I think that's what I have listed. Then I have listed the kind of profile which you are aspiring to have and you want to present. Then you can start applying. You can build your connections, your network. You know your work is your net worth, and of course, with everything, then comes the follow up and close up. And this is again very important. And once this entire loop is closed, trust me, you have everything in place, and the outcomes are definitely going to be of a different kind and a different impact. So these were the larger paradigms which I wanted to bring into you for your broader understanding. And let me know in case if you have any questions to place, and you can put those questions in the comment section, and definitely I'll come back and reply in case if you have mentioned. And for sure, do share this with your colleagues, with your friends who are a part of the same industry, so that they also can learn benefit out of this. And I'm sure that you're subscribing to kind of get access and reach to such quality information, right, which can help you to kind of empower you and enable you and give you that impetus, right, to set you on that success roadmap, which is going to be needed and expected, right, to make yourself a successful healthcare professional. See you in the next video. Thanks. Take care.